been a while since I made a video, so I'm going to do a pale ale today. I'm going to do a little differently. So usually I would have the helix on an elbow or a T-piece coming off the tap, but I've changed my mind because I've now got this false bottom, standing false bottom, Keg King call it. So that will slot down at the bottom, since it's a false bottom. That should hopefully catch all the trub and hops. And then to help me whirlpool, I've also got this bad boy, which if you see, it's not actually straight, which I think was intentional. Hope it was intentional, because if I just loosely put that in there, you can see that it sort of points in the right direction. I've actually found that it works better that way, which was a surprise to me. I didn't think it would, but a quick test in water, it visibly looks better that way, so I'll be running it that way when I need to. So I'll put everything together, fill up some water, and we'll go from there. Show you that when the false bottom's in, the whirlpool arm that was designed for this unit sits right on top of it. Don't know if that's great or not, but it's what I've got. And you can see there's a bit of a hole down that side right here, which probably not the best either. But apart from that, she's a pretty snug fit. Sometimes it can be awkward to get it in because you see these wires here stick out, so you've actually got to battle a few extra mil, but it goes in alright. Alright, got all my water in, done my water treatment, 29 grams of gypsum, a bit of the Camden tablet, and I think that was it. Oh, and some acid. Just waiting for it to get up to temperature. The only thing is, turn on my pump, no water pumps. This bad boy's open, nothing. So that's pretty damn annoying. Awesome quality. But apart from that, oh, another new toy, awesome. Can't turn it on while I'm videoing because it's just too loud. So the recipe today is, come on, focus. 95% pale, 5% caramel. Very, very simple. It's going back to like some of my first ever beers. That's what I used to do. Mostly Centennial on this one. It's just a little pale. Bit of USA 5, nothing special there. And as always, Wellflock, yeast nutrients. That's a hell of a glare. Ferment at 19 degrees, pretty standard for me. Then a bit of cold crash. I'll ferment under pressure as I always do as well. These are the stats. So we'll see how we go. Time to mill some grain. I got 10 kilos of best malts pale and half a kilo of caramel. Normal mill setup. Happy days. So I've got that plugged in. All good. And the mill has been slipping every now and then, so we'll just see how it goes. So at the moment the adjustment is right there on 1.4 mil. This side's really tight, so hopefully it's not too bad. Still on 1.4, which is good. All the grain's gone. So that was probably a good 5 or 6 kilos worth. It started off at 10. So they'll come out when I do the next batch. But so I'll just get rid of some of that. We'll see how this turned out. Jesus. It's pretty obliterated, I'm not gonna lie. No, see how we go. So because my pump decided not to work, I've decided to mash with the lid on, try to keep a bit of heat in. Had to pop out for a bit, but I'll empty some from the tap into there, pour it in the top, give it a bit of a stir just to try and get the temperature a bit more consistent across it, and we'll see how it turns out. The thing I noticed with this false bottom, the temperature doesn't really go up. It's a bit misleading. So that's been sitting on 88 for a while, probably only a minute or so. But if I give it a stir right at the bottom and sort of touch the false bottom as I stir, look at that. It's gone up a degree already. Something to keep an eye on. 7 grams of Magnum at 60 minutes. 15 minutes. Well flock and yeast nutrient. Happy days. That's the end. Oh my god, so many notifications. Do. Then press stop. You got 100 grams of Centennial. Oh yeah, Centennial. Give it a stir. I'll leave that for a bit. Then Guten. Still a bit of movement in there, but I'm getting hungry, so I'm just going to start cube 1. Now, because I don't have the helix on there anymore, I can just go hard out with the tap straight away, and it fills much quicker. One little tip I have with these, as you can see, there's still wort in this. If you wiggle this down slightly, it hurts your hand. But if you give this a little pinch, I'll see if I can get like that. If you can let some air in, you see all that just went down. That means now that when you pull this off, warm, don't get any wort on your fingers. Cube number 2. And cube 1 is on its side, so all areas of the cube get contact. So everything's nice and sterile-ish, I guess, as much as it can be. So that's filling. As soon as that's done, do the old pinch the hose trick and clean up. Now that both cubes are filled and on the ground, I'll show you that is what the false bottom catches. So that's only, what, 107 grams of hops, but seems to do the job. Actually, if I grab this, just so I can show you roughly how thick it is in the middle. Well, it does a decent job. Can't really complain. Just wish my bloody pump would have worked. It would have made life a bit easier.